Lights, camera, action.
My name is Lisa Blackley. I'm currently an intervention specialist at a high school, and I teach students who are in 9th grade through 12th grade. They can even come back for another year. They can go to school to the age of 21. Specifically, my students have multiple disabilities, which means they have a low cognition, and they also have another underlying handicap. For instance, they might have fine motor concerns or gross motor, speech and language. They may be blind. They may have cerebral palsy, autism, other things that go along with that low cognitive ability. What the difference is for what I do is I have to do multi-sensory kinds of teaching. In a regular classroom, you can do a worksheet, you can do a lecture, you can do overhead projectors and kind of move along at a different pace. When you're working with students with low cognitive ability and specifically multi-handicaps, you have to be able to look at the different sensory issues that would hurt or hinder them when learning. So for instance, many of my students are very, very visual learners, and therefore I plan lessons that would help them with their visual needs. I specifically watch out for students who have auditory concerns by making sure they are not overly stimulated through noise. If they have sensory issues, I make sure that their movements in the classroom are very specific and are broken up through the day as they are needed. You can't do that with students who are not considered multiple disabled. I have to be very, very specific in when I plan lessons that they are using all of those senses in the way that best suits them for what they need and that they can be successful. A lot of what I do is taking a look at each individual student, and therefore, because I have to be so specific, I can only have 8, sometimes 9 students in my classroom, and I always have an assistant with me because I do have to break the lessons up. The best things I do are life skills instruction and things that help students in their recreation and leisure in their future. So that could be in the arts, that could be just living skills, cooking, getting a job. So I'm very careful that what I'm planning is functional for them. We do daily jobs in which they have a boss, and sometimes that boss is me, sometimes that is a different person in our building. But I want that student to have someone looking over them because that is going to be their future. They're going to have a boss in their life, and are they able to take constructive criticism? I want them also to be able to have recreation and leisure skills. So do they know how to paint? Do they enjoy painting? Do they know where to access music that they enjoy, specifically on the computer? Do they know how to go to websites that would provide them enjoyment on that? And if they don't, I want to teach them the skills to do that, and that might be broken down into very specific steps because their cognitive ability would ask for that. We go into the community a lot. We go grocery shopping so that we know how to access a grocery store, how to go to the checkout line and make sure we have enough money to pay for our items, and make sure we wait for the change, and make sure we talk to the person who is taking our money, that we have those social skills. That's the other nice thing about those community trips is we have the opportunity to go out into the community and really use our language skills, our social skills, all those skills that are necessary in life. We practice them as high schoolers by going into the community.